With this picture from our Timberline Live sky cam looking up at the very top of Mount Hood. That dusting of snow we got a few days ago is all but melted off. There's still a few remnants of it left, but as is typically the case in September and October, we get an early snowfall. It melts away before we start to really build the snowpack, probably later this month and then, of course, into next month, November and beyond. And why would we not be melting snow when it's 61 degrees at 6,000 feet at the beautiful and historic Timberline Lodge? So just great there. So there's one of our volcanoes. Here are two more, Mount St. Helens, and over its western flank, you can see Mount Rainier over there. So over the last hour or so, we've showed you all 5 volcanoes that are visible from Portland on a clear day like this. There are 2, Mount Hood, of course. We showed you Mount Adams and Mount Jefferson earlier as well. Mount St. Helens also looking quite bare. And you know what? It's 84 degrees in Portland right now. Just amazing. The east wind continues to blow. We made it up to 86. Not a record. The record today is 89, but the record tomorrow is lower, and I think we'll actually best it tomorrow. Troutdale was 83, a little bit cooler because the wind was stronger there. 88 at Scappoose and Aurora. Amazingly warm for this time of the year. And yes, we had 90s on the map. Medford, no surprise for the Rogue Valley, but you may be surprised by Newport making it up to 90 degrees. Again, it's that east wind responsible for the warming that allowed the coast to reach the upper 80s and even 90. You don't see any cloud around the northwest except for some fog down around the Umpqua River valleys. That was it. Otherwise, we stayed clear in Oregon and in Washington, and we'll do the same thing tomorrow unless you're at the coast. Then things will begin to change. That's the beginning of the end of this warm weather spell. But don't worry, we still have a couple more days before it truly ends. Tomorrow's high 85, and that will be a new record for the date. So there is a storm system out here, but right now the jet stream is not allowing it to move our way. Big area high pressure. It's moved a little bit farther east compared to yesterday. So eventually we'll get some high clouds moving through it, but that doesn't happen until later Sunday and into Monday. You see the low clouds at the coast tomorrow, and here comes the rain. 2 batches, Monday and then again on Tuesday. And between those 2 systems, we'll probably end up with a ½ inch of rain or so in the valleys, inch, maybe 2, Coast Range and the Cascades. So some good, significant and beneficial rains coming our way after this period of warm, dry weather. And that looks like another period of warm, dry weather later next week. Now, will it last into next Saturday when we have that big annular eclipse traversing southern Oregon? We'll have to wait and see. Monday looks good, rainy rather, Monday and Tuesday. Thursday, Friday next week look good, but then on Saturday we begin to see the system coming up from the south. And while I think it'll be clear east of the Cascades, the coast, the southern Oregon coast, a little bit in question right now. So we'll have to wait and see if we can keep that dry, clear weather going through next weekend. It is 84 in Portland right now, freezing level 14,000 feet. Tonight will be clear and warm, of course. Big old half moon, a little bit less than half moon now, rising about 11 o'clock or so in the northeastern sky. Been quite great. Sunny and warm again tomorrow. Not as breezy as today unless you're near the gorge. Then we'll get some gusts of about 30 miles an hour. But a high of 85 yet again. We'll drop it to 78 on Sunday, which, you know, is still pretty perfect. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we get some beautiful rain moving on in too. And then back to sunny, dry weather on Thursday and Friday. So, you know, if we're going to get the rain, let's get it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then clear up for the weekend.